Hello, hello. I just got back from the grocery store. I'm trying to get everything put away. Y'all know how it is. I had gotten some things out, and then when I decided what I was going to make, then I forgot a few ingredients that I didn't have. So that's what I'm doing. Can't live without my baked whole wheat Ritz crackers. I've been without them 2 days because of the snow, and I thought I was going to have a rigor because I just knew that I said, well, if you have a rigger, you're just going to have a rigger because you can't get out and go to the store. Not right now. So I'm going to turn my fire on and get my stuff in order here. It's a real easy recipe. And I'm going to do this one today. I'll use some of these peas. First of all, what I'm going to do is I got these onions that I'm going to take the heads off and freeze them like I flash froze the other ones. It's real easy. You just get them lined up, and then I just do it all with one whack, so I don't have to worry with all that. And go ahead and cut some of those individual. I can't get them. No, they're gonna. Now you can put them in like a dirt. I told you. You can grow onions with them. We might try that. I'll put them over because those are pretty good size ones. We're not gonna need all these, so I'd say we're gonna need about 3, maybe. So then we'll chop those. Let me turn this down. Let me get a little avocado oil. Put in my pan. Now you can buy meat to put in this, or I'm going to use chicken in it. It's just an old-fashioned potato tot casserole, but I haven't made it for this channel, and I had a hankering for having it. Mother and I to have it, so that's what we're going to have. If you've never made a tater tot casserole, then you're not from the South. It's kind of like if you've never made a potato chip casserole. Same thing. Let me I'm going to put a few things in it that I like, which is onions, and I like these little carrots, these little stringy carrots. You don't have to have a whole bunch, just enough to, let's turn that down, just to chop them just enough to, well, they went everywhere, of course. Billie Jean's been in here. But they give us time to visit anyway. And I just, on my carrots, whenever I'm making something, I just saute them just like I do. And it does give it a little different flavor. Whether people believe it or not, carrots do give you a little bit of flavor. Love the chopping boards, love this. Now then. Okay. Got that sauteing. Let me get one of my little cutting mats. Get them on off there. Get those pieces up. Let's get this. Look at that big old breast. I'd already washed it and put it in there. And that's what we're going to use in our potato tot casserole today is this breast. And I'm just going to cut that in pieces. Just in pieces. I like this little mats that come with these great cutting boards because you don't get contaminants all down in the wood if you try to use these. And I do. I try to use them because now this has made a good chicken pot pie, but I had the potato tots, so that's why we're going to have the potato tots. So let's just put our chicken into our pan. We rinse these off. So we don't cross-contaminate, as I say. I hope everybody's doing good today. We're trying to. We're just going to saute the chicken in with that. Take the salt. Those are my new little salt and pepper mason jar salt and pepper shakers, but I'm not too happy with them because they get stuff all over the stove. I don't like that. Now I want this to cook down till it's really cooked. Because you're not really baking it a long time, so you need your chickens and your meats and everything. You want those pieces to be really cooked, especially pork or chicken. I like to cook it since this, you know what, I'm not going to say it, that little sickness that those birds are having. I'm going to cook it because that's one way to kill it is the heat. We don't need no, you know what. I don't like saying stuff I just don't like using the word. Let me just put a little rinse my hands off. Let me get this. Mm. I'm going to put a lid on there just to let that, I might as well go ahead while I'm doing it. Let me get a lid rag. I'll just use this one here. Now I'm going to put some peas in it. Now you can use this. Like one. About that many peas. Not a whole bunch. I'll put those back in the freezer. And then I'll go ahead and put in my garlic. A tablespoon of garlic. I'm going to put about a teaspoonful of, you can use Worcestershire sauce, but I didn't have any Worcestershire sauce, so I'm going to use a teaspoon of this kind of Worcestershire sauce. I didn't have my regular, but that's fine. That's just fine. Now, let's just get that down in there, and then we'll put a lid on it and let it marinate a little bit. That white chicken's cooking up there. Okay. Now then, let me fold this so I can put my, it's a lid rag, but I don't like my spoon rest to get dirty, so I just use a towel. Okay, we've got to put, got our onions and we got our peas. Now I bought brown eggs today, and I had been getting them for $3 and something. Now they're over $5. Where is this? Supposedly eggs are going to go down in price. It's not going to. So all you people thought you're going to have a lot lower prices. It's not working. It's not going to work. Y'all just wait till those tariffs get in there. You think you got it easy now, you just wait. And y'all know I'm not political at all about anybody. But shoot, when it comes to this grocery prices, I become kind of upset about it because people can't make it the way they are. No. Half my family is Republican and half is Democrat. And I'm just in the middle. I've known Republicans and Democratic presidents. And doesn't matter to me. But when it starts hitting me at home, then that's when I get upset. Okay, we're going to let this cook down. I'm making sure I got everything. We're going to have to get a baking dish, so let's use our crock pot. The crock pot dish. I don't have a lid for that one, but that's okay because I can. That's okay because I can. I've got the square baking dish. I just wonder if this crock pot would be better. I guess we can use the round dish. Okay, let me check this so we can set that over here. And our little lid rag. Yeah, now that's that's getting better because that's starting to break up. So let's turn that off. We'll just turn that off and kind of break this up with our fork. Our wooden spoon. I just like breaking that up to get some of those juices down into my vegetables. Okay, I think that they could be, but those are soft, so that's going to be good. Okay, we've got that. Get our lid out of the way. Get this mess kind of cleaned up here. Make sure everything's perfect. Now I'm going to add this to my baking dish. I really am. I'm just going to add it. To my baking dish here. Okay, now let me open my can of cream of mushroom. Okay, there we go. Now I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to add green beans also because I like a lot of green stuff in my dishes. So I got the peas, but I want to add the green beans also. And if you wanted to, I'll tell you what might be good, and we're going to try this. Let me, I'm going to put some diced tomatoes in because I want that to be a pretty let me get a screen door strainer here. Just a minute. Let me drain these tomatoes. I'd have had it done, but I didn't know I was going to use them. I know y'all don't mind waiting on me. Now I might as well just go ahead and take my green beans and put them in here, and I'll just, so I don't have to worry about draining them and just drain it all together. Okay, I think I've got it now. I've got the green beans and I've got the tomatoes. I'm just going to put a little bit each right over the top of that. Put a little tomato over there. That gets you a lot of vegetables. Even though they're not fresh, they're better than fast food. And if you like green beans, these French cut green beans, you'll love them in this. The tomatoes will give you some acid quality. If you can't have them, then omit those. Okay, now then, let's get that. That's going to fill the pan up more, and that's what I needed, you know. So we're going to put our cream of mushroom, just the can of soup in there. Spread that across as good as you can. Let me see if I get a little bit of water. Just a little dab of water. Rinse my can out. I don't like wasting, you know. So I can just spread that right over the top of that casserole. I remember as a child, they made this in the 60s and 70s, and everybody loved it. They had those one-pan meals, if y'all remember, come out, and everybody, there's a little more in there, and everybody wanted to do the potato chip casserole and the corn casserole and all that. So this is our step for put our cream of mushroom soup, and then you can put your green beans. That's what the recipe called for, but I went and did it this way because that's just what happened. Now I'm going to use about probably 2 cups of cheese. You can do the cheddar, and I bought this today, which was the finely shredded Mexican style 4 cheese. I like it because it kind of gives you a little bite of everything, all kinds of cheese. So I use it mainly in most of my dishes. So just put our cheddar cheese or Mexican cheese, or you need about 2 cups. So let's spread that on top of this. This is kind of taking an old-timey quick recipe and making it semi-quick, but with a little bit more ingredients. And that's the 2 cups of cheese. Whatever kind of cheese you have. Now, let me kind of get this a little bit. Okay, we've got that done. Now, let me get about 2 cups. Let's see, about 2 cups of our potato tots on the top of this. And I just buy these tater tots. You can get the gravy, or you just take them and put them right around. I'll give you potato. Now, These need to be frozen, you know, if you can. I love every kind of food. It could be from salmon, creme brulee, to Napoleons, to country food. I try to fill in with those tater tots, so when that gets done, it'll be a nice little dish that you can take to the church. And it looks nice. Kind of pop that down in there a little bit. Okay. Now I'm going to spray with my avocado oil those potatoes. I'm just going to spray them really good so it doesn't get dry and hard. Put a little more salt on the top. You have to do that to your taste, your flavor. Put a little pepper. Now let me see if I've got get my hands cleaned off here in just a minute. I want to take a little paprika, little red paprika. I'm just gonna just give it a little peppery, not hot, but just a little peppery flavor. Now I'm gonna get I'm going to get a dill foil, a sheet of foil, and I'm going to pull that out. Cover that pretty good. Just because I don't want, this is that heavy duty foil now, just because I don't want that to brown too quickly. And we'll have a covered dish, as I used to say. Used to have those covered dishes socials. Y'all remember everybody bring a covered dish to church? Well, that's where it got its name. Because you covered your dish in a foil, or a top, a glass lid, corningware. Now we're going to bake this at 375 for about 40 minutes. It depends on your oven. I'm going to do it on convection, but we'll see. And then I'll be back. You know, trying to get the kitchen cleaned up and everything. Now one reason I turned this percolas board, the reason I did this instead of using the other side, I was going to show y'all the reason. Instead of using this side, I thought, well, if I ever, and I put avocado oil, I just rub my wood with any whatever oil, olive oil or avocado oil after I wash them good. Let it set and soak in there. Because these are so nice, and that company sent them to me, and it's just wonderful. And I oil my boards so they don't scratch or. Now the reason I'm telling y'all, what I'm fixing to tell y'all, is I made the decision, instead of using the big part of the cutting board like this, it's got their symbol on it, or both of them have the symbol, is I was going to use this board. Put a little on here. I wanted to use just charcuterie board portion And that's why I'm always use it to chop stuff. And then I use my little mats. But there's a reason. I thought if I ever needed to use the charcuterie board to put a spread of cheeses and meats and all that, then these scuff marks would be covered up. And if I needed to have a beautiful cutting board for the kitchen, then I could just turn that over. So that's why I'm using the back side. If you wondered why, then I do it that way so that I can save it. Because you don't get these every day, and I probably will never get another one. So that's why I use this side. And it's got little trivets on the bottom that kind of holds it. But you want to oil your, it doesn't matter if it's your palm boards or whatever boards you have. And this is one of my good lid towels that I don't use all the time. Okay, I went ahead and got some, I buy this avocado ranch these for 99 cents. They're about $2 or $3 when you buy all this. And I try to get the ones with cabbage and stuff because they last so much longer. But I had that one left over from the other day, and I thought, well, Mother, she'll want salad with hers or something. Let me get the bowl over here so I don't. So we'll just make that. Yeah, this here's when I got that out. I put a towel over this, and then I can work without getting Billie Jean's mess everywhere. Or I try to. Sometimes it doesn't work. But this has got your dressings, got a little bit of some kind of, I don't know, just kernels of corn, and then you got some Parmigiano cheese. So you have some kind of fresh stuff with that, especially for that price, you know. And what I'll do is I'll take this and put some of this. Now we're not going to have to make the whole package because she won't eat but just a certain amount. So we're not going to use all that. We're going to just use enough to make a good little salad for her. That's roasted corn kernels. Now we'll put a little bit of this dressing on it. Now I put all this back in the little bottle. In the little, I'll take all these little packages and I'll secure the top of them. I'll secure the top of them. I'll get one of these, that's not it. I'll get one of these little deals and I'll secure the top and I'll set that in a freezer bag with that for her salad tomorrow and the next day. Now that makes a good healthy salad for her. I even squirt a little avocado in with it. Give you little oils. Put you some pepper. Put you some salt. Now, that makes a good salad for anybody. And it gives Mother her greens that she needs. See, there's some radicchio, there's some lettuce, there's some cabbage. Got all that you need in there. So now we've got the salad there. Get this cleaned up here kind of again. Get our knives back where they belong. Okay, let's we got about 15 minutes. Let's take our tater tot casserole out and see what it looks like. Let's see how it's doing. Check it regularly. Oh, it's coming along nice. Really nice. Now, we're going to leave that off. We're going to leave our cover off. See how that's bubbling up and getting all that? We're going to leave that off. And now we'll bake the last 15 minutes. We'll just leave our foil and not cover it. Leave that off, and then that'll brown them just a little bit. So I think we've got everything we got our salad made, and we've got our tater tot casserole, and then we'll be back. Well, I've got my old cutting board that I used my first year, and I decided while I was waiting on the tater tot casserole, then I'm gonna sit here just a minute. Use my peppercorns. Now these are listed several places on my site. Couldn't do without them. I mean, that's just, I don't know how you could get any better than to use a peppercorn. You don't have to worry with all that old crap, them old seeds, and just take it and turn it. That's it. I told y'all last time when I was doing bell peppers, I was going to make some stuffed bell peppers, and I forgot to just now. We'll get to it eventually. That's all you do. The old seeds and all that don't go out. Don't have to dig a bunch of that stuff out. It's just all done. Then it comes with a set. It comes with you. See that? Just pull that out. You get a set of these, and they're on one of the recipes on the side. And or you can probably get them at Temu, Amazon, either place. That's all you need right there. Rinse that off, dry it, and it's ready to put back in my drawer. Then I don't have to worry with cleaning all that off. I need some oil on my drawer. Gotta get your drawers greased, Billie Jean. And what I'm going to do, see, is I just take these and I just cut them. Literally. And those were 69 cents or 89 cents. I think, for two. 69 cents for two. So it'd be $1.23 or $4 for, I think. I can't remember. It's so easy. It's so easy. Just put these in a little, on your little, I'll show you. Baking dish, baking pan. Sheet pan. I'll get it in a minute. I mean, it don't take me no time. When they have bell peppers on sale, this is the only way to do it. Especially now that the prices are fixing to go out of this world for any of this fresh vegetables, because if they send the Latin Mexicans back, there's not going to be anybody to pick these vegetables. So you might as well get what you can get now, because if you don't, you're going to be doing without, and you're going to have. I could not cook without onions and peppers, and so that's why I'm doing this. I'm getting a hoard back like I had when the COVID started. I knew it was the poop was going to hit the fan, and I knew I had to get something done, so that's why I started. What I think I'm going to do is use my copper rack here, and I'm just going to put these on this copper rack, just like that, and they'll freeze faster since it doesn't have the holes at the bottom. Now we'll just put them in our deep freeze, just like that. And once they get, let me get this out of the way. I still use, like I said, that older cutting board for stuff like this. But once those freeze, you can cut them smaller if you want to. But see, I put them just in this. Once those freeze, you got bell pepper, fresh bell pepper for your stir fries or your dishes. Nothing any better. We had to learn to make do with what we had, and I still make do with what I have, because I know that times might get rough again, so just put those in your freezer. Okay, I smell that tater tot casserole, and it's 7 minutes. We better check it just to be sure. Oh yeah, we better pull this out. Now look at how bubbly that is. I'm going to show it to y'all right up into the camera. See how that's just a bubbling? So now, I'll just let that sit there, because everything, see, you can tell but it's firm. Let me turn the oven off. So now there's our tater tot casserole. And, oh, it smells so good, y'all. I wish y'all were here to have some of this with us. Literally, I do. Because it's so good. It's just so good. But that's what we're having today, is our tater tot casserole with my improvisations. Got our salad. I improvised on some of this because I didn't use the ground beef. I used the chicken. I used not just green beans. I used peas and green beans. And then tomatoes and the other little things. And this will be a good meal. I wish I had a big family, because I'm going to have to freeze half of this, because Mother and I won't. There's no way we can eat. And it's so hard doing these cooking videos, because I have to make in big quantities, but I don't let it go to waste. Well, not really. I try not to. Sometimes it's inevitable that I do. But there's our potato tot casserole. I hope y'all have a good evening. We'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.